Alright, so our game is Planetary Devastation, and yes, we watched Naruto. It is a Naruto reference. Alright, and we are Team 7, and we have Joe, not his first rodeo, he's a normie, Keontae,
I don't know why not watching Naruto makes me a normie, but yeah.
silence. Keontae hates bugs, he fixes a lot of ours, and he likes Naruto a little too much. Hoy, the UI guys, oversleeps, and he's actually, matter of fact, he's still sleeping through this meeting. And we have me, last but not least, your humble presenter, likes to pretend he's useful and still plays Overwatch. So about our game, well, our plot goes like something like this. So you've been recruited by the Intergalactic Revival Agency to save a small planetary system known as FF-15. FF-15 is a planet system deprived of any signs of life, and well, it's your job to fix that. So how to play? The player has to travel between planets and make use of resources provided from each planet. And with each resources, you have to build structures and facilities to make, I don't know, attractive stuff. Make FF-15 great again. And we got some tutorial / gameplay here.
All right.
Yeah, it shows in the slide.
Yeah. I'm gonna just this is our title screen, and we'll just okay. So right now we have like barely anything, but
yeah, the gameplay loop kind of isn't there, but I mean, we'll get to work on that in the future.
Looks
Hopefully.
great.
we got a sprinting as well, a sprinting mechanic, and you can.
Is that like walking around the planet like Mario Galaxy type of thing?
Yeah. It's like planetary gravitation forces and stuff.
That is really nice.
And we got the UFO, and you can also pick stuff up with the UFO and drop them. So
Oh my gosh.
we're picking up aliens right now, and these are some garbage ass models, but you know, we did what we can. And you can do barrel rolls, like, come on. So it's kind of like flying a plane, so it's not your average control settings. Because we want you to suffer while you're driving this UFO.
Well,
Oh, yeah?
suffering is my middle name.
Did you just kidnap aliens and then redeploy them?
Yeah, on a
Yes.
pretty much barren planet, yeah. Alright.
That's how you plan. Refill the planet by stealing aliens.
Well, I mean, you know, they were kind of invading our home planet anyway, so like, you know, they should be grateful we didn't drop them off in the middle of space.
It's brilliant. Oh,
Alright, so for our product backlog, what do we want this game to have? Well, we really want to do mobs and have like some sort of AI system. We want like hostile mobs maybe in the future and neutral mobs. The multiplayer, we're kind of on the fence between the two of them. We kind of want to have multiplayer and mobs, but I think we're gonna go ahead with focusing on multiplayer first. And we also, sometime in the future, after we've added like all the basic necessities for like a survival game, we'll add maybe more systems. So maybe there'll be an FF-16, and that's the last one is to be unlocked. You know, you got to join our team. All right, what do we need? Well, we need you, and more specifically, we need some musicians because you know there's what's a game without music, especially some space music. I don't know what that sounds like, but you know, we also need some artists / designers to make some Aeolian and planet terrain 3D models, and also voice actors. So if you're like abnormally good at making gurgling sounds, you know, we won't judge. Bring your talent.
oh.
Alright, and what we really need is your votes, maybe. All right, and that's all we have.
Bleeding
Thank you guys for listening, and I have a quiz to take. So
That was absolutely amazing.
All right, can you guys see?
Yep.
Cool. Well, here's our game. Think of it like Avatar, but with a gun. Someone said that.
Gun.
Right. All right. So picture that. And that's our game. That's Elemental. It's our kind of working title. It's a first-person shooter puzzle game where you control the elements through your gun. Where you'll be able to explore expansive, non-linear dungeons filled with puzzles to make you feel big brain. I wanted to go against the traditional linear style of like level making with typical first-person puzzle games. Like Portal, there's one level after the other. I think a dungeon style where you can kind of go whatever direction you like would fit much better for this. So here are key mechanics. You can use the scroll wheel to scroll between your ammo types, which are like your unlocked elements. You can see like 3 different examples here. Each element kind of has their own special abilities, like destroying or freezing or lifting objects and boxes and stuff. And then you can also, for like experimentation, and if you don't have like a certain bullet type unlocked yet, you could even find these little spheres that, like, if you shoot through them, they will change your bullet into the element type, and then this can like open up for a lot of puzzle opportunities and such. So let's get into the demo, I guess, right?
All right.
How do I full screen this? Like that. There we go. Can you see?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is kind of like my testing room. Ignore all this. We've got a pretty standard dilemma here. Door, button, easy. The way you move boxes around is just using your weapon. Oops. Pretty simple stuff. Door opens. But here's when things get interesting, right? So you've got a button, 2 doors. So you need to be in between them. Let's open it simply, like we did the first time. But now with our gun, we can't move it off the thing, right? So you're gonna use these spheres like I was talking about. Normally, like I can scroll through the element types because this is kind of like testing, but you would normally be able to fire it. But let's say you don't have that unlocked yet. You can only fire the white ones. So you would shoot through it, and it will change to that type, that color. So if we do that, destroys it, move on to the next little bit here. Next element. This is your ice element. You'll be probably using this in like the ice dungeon, right? Each dungeon will be themed after different elements, and that's how you're going to get things unlocked. So if you freeze something, use your ice weapon to freeze something. You can now use it to ricochet bullets off walls, like you would with a normal wall. Oops. There. We hit the thing. If we fired through this little glass thing, it would turn red. So we don't want that. We don't want to destroy that. So, but now to open this door, we need to get that button pressed. So we can't move this. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine our elements, right? We're going to fire our heat one into the ice one and melt the ice. So, oops. So we can move it. Oh, shit. Well, you get the idea. Here, hold up. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
wait a minute.
Shh,
It's so funny.
guys. Oh, not the right one. This is completely legal, I assure you. This is allowed in a demo. Completely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. play this again. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. What did I do last time I put this in the... anyway. What the hell happened? Anyway, that was weird. What is... Oh, I see what's happening.
This is what in programming what we like to call live debugging.
Yeah, this is interesting. I've not seen this happen before.
What are you trying to do?
I don't even know, man. This is
Okay,
this is kind of...
so next to the play button, you see that little arrow next to it? Try that. So yeah, selected view.
There you go, that works. Okay, yeah, anyway, continue demo. Sorry about that. This is our last element that I have in the game currently. Obviously we can get that fixed eventually, whatever happened there. But this is our psychic element. And basically when we shoot it, it'll be enveloped by psychic energy. And now, you can shoot it over like that, no gravity. Easy peasy. And then move it onto the button, and ta-da!
Oh my god.
Got it. Easy, that's kind of the end of that. But back to our presentation here. Basically, this is Team Avatar. We've got me, Seth Davis, programmer and designer, level designer, gameplay designer, stuff like that. Kelly Christiansen on the art and 3D models. And you. We need you for composer/musician. So what's next? We want some kind of bullet path tracer because it's clearly hard to tell where you're aiming at the moment. So some kind of aim down sights would be super nice. 5 total elements. New special mechanics for each element because just freezing and lifting boxes doesn't go very far. So you'll need to include some extra gameplay bits. 6 unique dungeons, 1 for each element, plus a special combination dungeon where you get to use all 4 of them at the same time. And then some 3D models, UI, and dungeon music, because who doesn't love that stuff? That stuff always bops. Like, I'm serious. Best music. But yeah, that's our presentation.
So, our game, Spare Parts. That's what it's called. We have 3 programmers, a musician, and an artist. The premise of our game is that you died. You were in the wildfires on the West Coast, the ones going on right now, and you died. Or you didn't fully die, but you lost your body. So what you need to do is get it back, organ by organ, and naturally reach Vancouver, where the wildfires aren't. Which I was thinking about, it would probably make sense to go east instead, but we're kind of inspired by Road to Canada, so the goal is Vancouver. But mainly it's to get your body back. This is you. This is not the art that not the temporary art that we have in the game. That is a nice art that our artist made up, but unfortunately we don't have that in. But that's fine. This is what you might look like. Yeah, in terms of the plot, it's more or less what I just said. Your soul is a little bit alive, but you don't have any limbs or organs, so there's really not much you can do. And that's not a plot thing, that's also like a gameplay thing, which we're going to get into that later, but like which organs you have influence what you can do and what you want to do. You'll start, you'll find a leg on the ground, that'll kind of get you started. And you realize that no one's using it, so, you know, you'll take it, you'll have a leg, and that can be the start of your journey to having a body. Yeah. This is what it looks like. This is a screenshot, which we don't really need because we're going to follow up with a gameplay demo. But you can see there's a leg. Just more specifically in terms of the mechanics, this is some of what we have and some of what we're planning on doing is, oh no, this is all what we're planning on doing. You know, we want to implement actually, this is probably a good time to do the demo. We can get into the future stuff later. Let's run the demo. Welcome to Spare Parts. So if you hit play, you can see you can choose from a couple of very diverse looking people here. Art's not 100% there, maybe 99% there in terms of, you know, what you'd see on the screen. But you can see they come with different perks. So it kind of affects how you'll play the game. It'll also affect how you look as you gain the rest of your body. If you just go with Doctor, it doesn't make a difference right now. Let's start. We could get into the narrative, the story heavy part of the game. So, oh shit, you have died in a fire. Actually, you haven't. You're alive, but your body's gone. Our font doesn't have question marks. That's a question. But where did your body go? You probably lost it in the fire. That logo over there looks pretty good, though. Doesn't look like anyone's using it right now. I guess there's no harm in walking over and picking it up. This is true. There is no harm in walking over and picking it up. To the leg. Yeah, getting the leg. Okay. You walk over and pick up the leg. We can just yoink that real quick. And now, we have a leg. So that's progression. That's the progression in this game, is you can get legs. So we're heading north. We're on the road. This is where I would check my inventory if we had one, or eat food if I had any. But I don't. So let's just see what the road ahead brings us. Oh shit. Again, it looks like that bear's attacking the hunter. This is one of many funky situations you'll get yourself into. You should probably help him, but you could also probably use some of his body parts if he dies. This is a real moral dilemma you've got going on right now. Not anymore, because as you can see, he just died. We acted a little too slowly. And that's fine. We walk up to him. Got a little lung right there. And, good for us, we have a lung. Now this will affect things in the future. Right now it doesn't right now. It's just a purely an aesthetic choice if you want to have a lung or not. Yeah. So we can head out. Back on the road. We might want to see what other adventures await us. You know, see what's next, see what's good in the future. It's the same thing. It was a very short jam, so this is all we really have. But if we scare off the bear, we get a burger. We get to keep that. You're welcome, Hunter. And yeah, that's where we're at. We can head out again if we need to. And that's about it. Yeah, we obviously plan on adding more events. There's more of a concept. Wait, I wanna let him die again and get another lung. Just hang out for a second. There we go. Sick. Now we have 2 lungs. That's progression. Look at that. That's immersion. We picked up a lung and now we have another one.
Okay,
yeah,
but can you have 3 lungs?
Yes.
No, you cannot. The
Did
game,
you make sure you can?
I'm sure I can't. It used to be that the game would crash if you got a 3rd lung. Now it doesn't, which is good. See what happens actually. Look at that 3rd lung.
I really
the game,
appreciate that the hand
game
looks
crashed.
like. Oh, sorry.
God damn it. Yeah, as of now, you cannot have a 3rd lung.
That is amazing.
I didn't anticipate players going for a 3rd lung. Yeah, so that's the game as it stands right now. Obviously, in the future, you know, we'd want to kind of diversify what the challenges can do, or what you can do in the challenges. Maybe they can actually affect your health bar. They can be a lose condition, and your health will be important. We plan on having different organs affect how much your max health. That would just be one of the things they can It can change. That would be the perks from the organ. So, for example, hands, arms would help you with looting. Stomachs would make eating food more effective. Things like that. Where what organs you get out of an event affect how you play the game in the future, and maybe what organs you can get from future events. So, a lot of decisions that you make that affect how the game runs. Also perks from the characters, like stat boosts and new abilities. Yeah. For the future, we want to end game or win condition, right? So you should be able to get a full body. This should be a goal. Maybe a time limit to get to that goal. A lose condition as well. Implementing our rest, eat food mechanics, and having the organ actually have effects and perks and maybe even disadvantages. I'm gonna update and redo all the art because it's not good. It was done very quickly and not by an artist. It was the opinion of the person who made it. I didn't do a good job, but that's fine.
Perfect.
Sorry, and
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Bring in the music sound effects. We can scratch that one off. You didn't hear it because I wasn't streaming the individual screen, but there was music. So yeah. And finish add a full suite of organs. Right now it's just a leg and lungs. Actually, 2 legs. If you were to collect a second leg, the game would not crash. But yeah, we want to add kidneys, stomachs, livers, arms, torsos, heads, maybe eyes, stuff like that. A much more diverse suite of organs, and a couple more events. Just to kind of, in the short term, a couple more events. In the long term, a whole bunch more events to kind of flesh out the experience, make it a little more diverse, add a bit of replayability. Yeah, is that the end of our presentation? It is. That's right now. We're also, we're open to members joining, of course. I think we might need another artist because we just got the one, and this game I think would require a lot of drawing. Yeah, so that's where we're at. If you have any questions.
See it.
So, Bug Battle is a 2-player game, and essentially, the main point is that each player is trying to shoot each other down with like their own uniquely selected bug. So, right now it's only 2 bugs. There are only 2 bugs in the game, which is player 1 and player 2. But eventually, there's going to be like an entire roster of designs that we have in mind. So basically how it works, you can move around, shoot. So the goal of the game is either to collect 10 fruits or to reduce the number of fruits the other player has to 0. So if you could just wait on that. Coming. There you go. Yeah, that's basically how you do that. Right now, the game's pretty simple. Well, eventually, as I said, it's gonna be more characters and more mechanics for those characters. So I saw somebody talk about BDLC. That's going to be included in that. We'd also like to add more mechanics to the game. Right now, collecting fruit, hitting the opponent doesn't do much. Eventually, hitting them would cause them to actually drop the fruit. You'd be able to pick it up yourself. After that, it would probably be single player modes. So just in case you didn't have somebody to play with, you could still get something out of the game. Of course, more attacks for each character if we can get to that point. right now, I think the biggest part would be what we would need is a UI designer or an artist because as you can see, my buttons are not the best. These are just like the default Unity buttons. So somebody who is good at UI design could help, but any sort of help, anything would be appreciated. I actually have the Discord in here. And basically, if you needed to find us either to help or you're just interested in the game, you could go here. That's where it would be.
Okay, so before I start, how does everyone feel about Catgirls?
Yes.
That was a very questionable question to start with.
So, Catgirls.
That's one way to catch everyone's attention. Okay.
Monsters of Akuna, you know, and you play as a cat girl, aka Adventures of Hot Cat Girl. So, these are all of our game devs, you know, me, leader, artist, possibly animator, and moron, because I don't know what I'm doing. And then we have, of course, people that are in writing for the game, because it's quite story-based and stuff. Oh. And we have a single coder in this, because, yeah, so we kind of need help with that. Yeah, we got some artists and music producers. All right. So the plot, basically a governmental organization has merged animals and people to create this kind of perfect person that has like enhanced capabilities that normal people don't have. And all of the failures of these experiments have been sent to Ikuna, which is a distant world that is uninhabited. And it seems that they're not doing too hot because they're kind of failures of an experiment, so they're not really gonna exactly be the happiest. So you, a member of this organization, are sent there to exterminate them. Or are you? Okay, so with the gameplay, it's more so I'm a side scroller platformer and like also killing things. So yeah. And the only character that we have right now is P, who is a cat girl, and she fights these enemies with her claws, and they can be changed between different elements to get different attributes, which can help kill certain enemies faster. And hopefully, down the line, after we actually get her all situated, getting more classes and stuff, like a tech operator, that'll have a slightly different experience, like new abilities and different story mechanics and stuff like that, I guess. And also just seeing all of the spots in Akuna. And it's also gonna have some horror elements as well. Like, it's gonna start to shift into a more ominous game as you uncover the histories of Akuna. And I'm gonna hope that I can get those horror elements to show through in like a shift in the like art style, perhaps. And I don't know how to share sound. So does anyone know how to share sound?
You should be able to share sound if you're sharing PowerPoint, but not your screen.
Well, this is on Google Slides, so it's not on PowerPoint.
If you share like the specific application instead of the whole
Okay.
screen.
Yeah.
Change. It says I can only share Discord, which is kind of unfortunate.
What?
Yeah, like it doesn't say that that's even an option. That's unfortunate.
Go to
Oh my
screen.
gosh, I've never
Oh,
done that.
I know what to do. This sounds really stupid, but you have to go into your settings. You have to go into your settings and add your internet browser as a game, and then it will show up. It's so stupid.
Wait, you have to say I am playing
Like-
my internet browser.
Yes.
I'm playing Google Chrome.
I mean, I do that all the time. I just change it.
Google Chrome. Add game. Guys, I'm playing Google Chrome now.
The best
Alright.
game.
Okay, so I think I gotta change it now to that. Yeah, don't mind me. I am a professional, guys. I know what I'm doing. Still just says Discord. I'm pissed.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like it doesn't want to share it.
That's depressing.
Maybe if I take out my headset.
Eh,
Are you guys able?
I can hear it.
okay, yeah, that works.
I can't seem to turn it up much more than this. Let me just skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, that's for the tutorial. Don't mind me. Yeah, going great. Oh, that one's louder. Yeah. Alright, so that's some of that. Let me just put my headset back on.
Okay, hi. And this is concept art of the character T. I did this myself. I hate myself, but it's fine. And yeah, she's basically a successful Catgirl experiment, and yeah, and she's the main character of the game. And what we need is coders, of course, because we don't have too much experience. We don't have a game demo because we don't know what we're doing yet. Probably like animators and background artists would be nice. Kite artists, because it's going to be in more of a pixel art style. And I'm not exactly sure how to draw pixel art. So yeah.
So, this is our game is called Elderville. It is essentially you're basically an Eldritch horror that instead of trying to destroy a village, you're simply trying to protect it against other Eldritch horrors and other things, you know, in a void night type of area. Because I don't know, he wants to be good. Who knows? But it's basically speaking a 2D dungeon crawler, and with RPG elements, and you kind of spend most of the game trying to make yourself look like this really heroic person in the town, while at night you're basically making sure that the entire town has absolutely no idea there's this giant war happening like right underneath them. Current teammates, I'm Allison Smith. I am a programmer, but I technically draw better. I want friends. I will be your friend. And then Spencer, who is not here today, he is currently an artist. He might turn into a UI artist after a certain point, but he programs better, and he is very strange to communicate with. He will honk at you randomly, and everyone knows in game development, miscommunication is key. But for our concept art, we have kind of some of that miscommunication definitely was shown through with our art, because the three characters on the top are mine, which is what I was expecting for, you know, with an Eldritch horror, and then the bottom is a lovely town created in Blender with very happy people in it, and an Octodad. I did not put that there. But basically, we're expecting to have a pretty massive shift between the two areas in terms of art. For the scope of the game, I will put a disclaimer: we have been making games for 4 years, and we've been making games for 4 years, and of those 4 years, we usually only spent a month on each game. So, our scope is more of a like what we would probably finish in a month, but we look to have at least 3 levels, which, you know, obviously that's a super vague term, so it could go anywhere. And town interactions with experience, inventory, side quests. There's a shop that will be available, stuff like that. A lot of polishing and updated art. We are definitely going to be looking for artists and other people who are really good at animation and art for this. And for our needed roles, other than that, we need musicians, additional programmers, and artists. We need a writer specifically. If you write a horror story with very happy light elements in it, we're here for you. But basically, anyone, we just want friends. And for just a basic demo of the game, this was just a quick thing we threw together. To the town, you could talk to individuals, just meet everyone. They all have lovely dialogue, but most of them don't matter. They will eventually give side quests, and you can kind of help them out with random tasks that might be added or that will be added. There would be a store you could go into, and then with the mayor up here as well. But then when you get into the void area, you will also have enemies that you have to fight. I think he will die. No, he will not, because I missed him 4 times. Okay. Anyways, that's about it.
Okay, so hello. Here is Ladder Run with me and Akuna. We're trying to still work out roles because it's just people at the moment, and we're still kind of figuring out. So, quick review of what we went through on the pitch last week was that it was an infinite runner of where you're a ladder. At the moment, we're defaulting to X here because it's X. So, defaulting to X, running through bookshelves in a library and dodging obstacles that are coming out and attacking here. At the moment, note that what we still kind of need are so we kind of do have a free music archive track that we found, but we're still kind of working on features and stuff like that. So we're in serious need of 2D or 3D, whatever works for you, and especially in need of UI because I tried to make a main menu and it completely sucked. So that is what ended up happening. By the by, how we doing here? Oh, is presentation not viewable?
I can see it on the screen.
Yeah, like if I try to join, it doesn't allow me to actually see it.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
But at the moment, we are trying, but at the moment, it kind of is very, very rough at the moment. So fix up the UI and essentially A, fix up art, B, fix up UI, C, add a system of scoring because it's just running and jumping until you get to an obstacle and then you're all over, and try to add a variety of enemies. And then we can get to trying to add more mechanics such as different ways to move, trying to design different enemies, and also maybe trying to see if we can change playable character because there are more letters in the alphabet, and also the track loop kind of just plain has an intro part in there, and it kind of just plain loops very badly at the moment. And also there are various other ways that we can change difficulty. For example, I think I rigged up the lighting weird, so we can change. So changing the lighting would lead to some difficulty problems, and also like tilting the camera. So there is that. Anyway, so on to live demo here. I'm going to open up this application here. So as you can tell by this app, can you guys see it still?
No.
No?
I can.
It works.
I can see.
Like I can now.
Oh, so it actually was working?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
it
the
is.
made with Unity screen and all.
Uh-huh.
So this is working right now?
It is.
Okay, so you can absolutely tell this is our absolutely amazing UI design that we may need to fix up a little bit here. So we can press enter to start here. And here is our X. I kind of have the plane messed up a little bit here, but we can move, we can jump around. I don't know if the background track is playing or not on the thing right now, but we can jump over obstacles. We can accidentally hit obstacles here, but we can jump over them. They do generate. I did find a script that essentially keeps this running infinitely and generating obstacles here, even though the walls don't move. And when you hit that, that essentially ends the game. So we get back to the main menu screen. We can press enter to start again because this is an infinite runner here, and the whole thing is to be able to replay it and start over again. And we have a quick exit command to stop it because I was getting very annoyed by testing it many times. So yeah, that's kind of what we have so far. Oh yeah, I forgot to click to the live demo screen here. So yeah, any thoughts or questions? And also, if you want to help, we have a Discord channel. So if you want to help with that, please.
Yep.
All right. So this is the working title for a visual novel right now. We came up with this in 10 minutes last night because we forgot we needed a title. But I think it's neat. And send me a team name. This is just the name of our Discord server, which is just the first 2 letters of the first 3 members of the group. It might also change. Here are team numbers. They have great names. I don't know if I need to read them or anything, but
this grew from only 3 members to like 10 in the span of like 2 days. So I'm really grateful for all the people who joined us, because prior to that, this game was kind of dead for a while.
Yeah, y'all like rocked our world. But
Just want to know, how did that happen?
I literally like decided to like present that idea I had like that one last meeting like last second, and I'm like, I'll just throw it out there, and then like everyone, like all these people messaged me, and it was really
That is great.
Initially, it was just Paul Williams, me, Hernan Ochoa, and Margaret.
yeah. So
3. Wait, you got 3 composers?
yeah, our soundtrack's gonna be like slapping.
That is interesting.
I guess I'll read the plot. So in the city of Volpania, or Pana, we haven't really decided how to say it yet, 3 young people whose fates are tied together must overcome the weight of their past and present burdens and find solace in one another. So it's very story driven, so we're really trying to touch upon many different themes, including identity, trauma, oppression, etc. The strength is our characters and our story. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a visual novel. It's definitely going to be very narratively driven experience. And we have some concept art here of our main characters. This is our main character. Can you see my mouse?
I see it.
You see my mouse? Yeah. This to our concepts of our main boy, who is featured in the demo that we made. A writer made these lovely little blips about them. So his name's Johan. He is a depressive 20-something-year-old grappling with a werewolf that is inside of him that he got recently. And it is making him like run amok whenever there's a full moon, and he causes problems on purpose in the town that he is in.
He's not as good as a cat boy, but he's a wolf boy, so
wait,
you know.
Are those the default eyes from a me? From the me? From like Nintendo Wii? You can see it on the guy.
On the left.
Yeah, he's got those default eyes.
That's just kind
like
of how
the
I
complete
draw.
default face skin up right there.
Our Nintendo Wii boy right here. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know. I just like that style a lot. I didn't like that wasn't my intention, but that's just how I draw. I guess it does great. Thanks. Now I can't unsee that.
You did a great job, Hernan. You had to put that in. I loved it. But and here's our huntress character. Her name is Lisette. She is the daughter of a hunters guild that hunts werewolves, and she was sent into the city where our main boy resides. And they become roommates, and she unknowingly is in, like, she's living with the person that she's supposed to be hunting with. That's the dynamic. She has a big responsibility to fulfill for her Hunters Guild, and she's trying. And at first, she tries to like prove herself to them, but that's going to change over the course of the story. Everyone's going to change over the course of the story. And this is our other protagonist, Isaac. He is a nomadic wolf, and he's a main character you get to play as in the game, and he's kind of running away from the abilities of his.
I don't think we should reveal too much because he's.
I'll probably shut up, but
no, it's okay. He plays a major role later on, but a lot of it has to do with the main character. He has a very big importance later on, but yeah, we're not going to go into it. Otherwise, we'd be spoiling it.
Yes, I will. Yes, you get to see all three of these people's perspectives. And why'd you put that there, or not?
Because I wanted to.
Anyway, so this is a visual novel. If you didn't know what that is, you basically are playing through this book that we've written with that has like character art, background, sound effects. You play through it at your own pace. Very narrative, like atmospheric experience.
A lot of the what's it called? A lot of the oh my god, I forgot the word, but a lot of the experience, I guess, or I'm like forgetting the word, but like the sound effects, the music, the visuals, it all comes together to make the experience. It makes you feel as if you're the character who is going through all this.
Yes. All of that. And other than it being a more like basic visual novel experience, down the line we'll want to add fully illustrated 2D backgrounds, character sprites, our amazing soundtrack that we can't wait to show off, and sound design. I definitely want to add in, like, for the intermissions between chapters, there to be like a little home style, like little hub area, like a Valhalla kind of thing, where it's the apartment where I'm the main character and the Huntress resides, and you can it's where you can like access like the like extra logs that we'll have for lore, extra scenes, more character stuff.
You can change your clothing while you're in the hub.
Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah, I'd love our characters to have more outfits. And yeah, that's like our main thing that we're thinking about right now. We have a main outline of the story that is basically complete, and you would play through that. We might add choice. We're thinking about it for like different ways you can like alter the story and get new endings. We're thinking about it. We originally just wanted to have like a full complete story, but if we have time, we definitely could think about that. And someone in our group mentioned we could add voice acting, and I think that would be kind of based. That would be amazing. But we'll get to that as we go on with development. Maybe, I don't know if we will, but that'd be cool. And people we need. Right now, we would love to have more artists to work with me and Arnon for coming up with concept designs for our characters. If you want to stay and like work on like actual like making backgrounds and like character sprites, that would be cool. Right. We definitely would love like concept artists right now, just to like draw like the characters as you've seen them in your own style, so we can like find like a really great like design that we can use for them later on.
Yeah, there are more characters than the ones we presented, so it would be really helpful to flesh out some designs for the characters who we have ideas for, but we haven't actually like drawn yet.
And we mentioned a writer here, because Arnon is writing, and also we have another like head writer. We have some editors, but like our writers get busy, and our game is focused around like having like, you know, like complete scripts to like read through, and it would be great like when our writers have other obligations if we have like another writer to work with. But if you want to, what were you gonna say now?
No, you're gonna say it. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Oh no, you're so but if you like are interested in working on our game in any like way at all, like just yeah, go ahead, like hit me up. That's my Discord. I will post the link in the chat after this. And we actually do have a demo, so I will get to that. Ernan, do you want to post the Discord link?
Wait, which one? To our server?
Yeah, our server. So everyone can go to that.
In which channel?
And there's a voice chat channel in the Discord server we're in right now.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah. I'll send it in a sec.
And I will pull up our little demo we made. Can we see it?
I can see it.
I can see it.
See it?
Also, the server invite link is in the voice chat channel.
Yay. Okay. So yeah, this is our little demo that we made. Can you hear the music?
Like, well,
yeah.
I think it's just really quiet. Yeah.
I can hear it perfectly fine.
Yep, fine and clear.
Great. So yeah, it's a little demo we made. Kind of the main purpose of this was for me to get my hands dirty with learning RenPy, because I haven't used it before. And yeah, I like learning how to put like text on the screen, and like I'm putting backgrounds in a soundtrack. And there's other effects that come more in at the end with an action scene. Yeah. And other like reason for this demo is to like get our writers like writing stuff, like actually like explore like the mind of our main character in this chapter. And I think they did a great job. They didn't have to finish the script like by the game jam, but they did, and I love them for that. But yeah, do you want to talk more about the writing or not?
The writing process, yeah. I mean, I'd never really written for a game before, let alone like a visual novel. So for me, this was like a first time type of thing. I don't know if we mentioned this, but we've been reading, me and Margaret have been reading Higurashi, which is also another visual novel, if any of you guys are familiar with it. And we're like...
dangerous, don't read it.
We were very much inspired by that because it's so good. And yeah, we just tried sculpting like a narrative similar to that one. So in terms of the process itself, right now it's kind of disorganized because we're just starting out. It's just me and Paul at the time. Usually we just we just came up with the basic outline for how the prelude is going to play out, which is what you're playing right now. And then we just started getting to work on dialogue. I'm not very good at dialogue, which is why we need another writer. But yeah, okay, Paul's pretty good at dialogue, so he was definitely a big help. I guess one little thing I could talk about, very specific to the development of this demo, is that what you're hearing now is the narrator who is speaking through a third-person perspective. From the very start, we wanted it to be a first-person perspective, which is to say that the narration would come from the main character who you're playing as. Like, it would be their own thoughts that you would be reading. But for some reason, the other writer, Paul, like, he hasn't really read visual novels, so he doesn't fully understand what a visual novel is. He didn't really like the idea, or he didn't really like know how to write for like a first person perspective. So I just decided, okay, we're just gonna write third person just to make you happy. And we did that. And then once the demo was done and we played it, Paul started reading it, reading the third person narrator, and he's like, okay, this is starting to piss me off. And me and Margaret are both like, you see, like, this is why it's really important to write it from the perspective of the main character, because that's kind of like the point of a visual novel, is you're playing as the character. Otherwise, you would just read a book.
Well, if I might add, I think it would be kind of interesting in that respect to be like, you're talking, like the main character is talking about himself in third person, and then at the very end of the chapter, that person is me. Swoosh! No, I'm joking.
Wait, Desmond's in the game now?
Dungeon Desmond.
That'd be an enjoy thing for him to do. That might actually be in character.
Oh no.
But and this whole little demo, it like kind of explores like our main character's kind of one of his like biggest main problems, and his like psychological issues. Probably like skip this right now to the part where I put like little sound effects.
Yeah, if we went through this whole demo, like,
skip.
as normal, then it would take forever.
Yeah, they wrote so much, and it's so good. I really love them.
Thanks.
Oh wait, no, I put this effect in last second. Look at that typing effect. Oh, it's epic. And then I changed like the text red. Oh yeah, was that loud? Yeah, but yeah, and there's like effects there.
God, yeah, it's like completely maxed out.
It's gonna get way more violent, way more vivid in the final product.
Or well, yeah, there's some like violent moments.
Did you change it?
Yes. Can you see the
cool.
first slide?
Yeah, just continue, resume.
Resume. Okay. The problem, COVID separated us all. It's very damaging to society. Kids are being left at home with nothing to do. Did the slide change?
Yes.
Okay.
Real problem.
Kids are being left at home with nothing to do.
Have
But
they tried
the
heroin?
Real problem is that these people are being left at home with nothing to do. Men are being turned into both anime girls and furries at the same time. This is not okay.
Oh God, are you okay, Brandon?
Losing manhood in society.
But cat girls are hot.
This is an absolute problem. But you know, the greatest man who ever lived, the guy who can teach us everything, is Seto Kaiba.
You're not
Oh
wrong.
no, not again.
What did Seto Kaiba do? He made this.
He's a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
But are you not scientific at all? No, they are not. There's no way you can make a dual disc. Why? Why can you not make a dual disc? Because you can't shuffle a deck like they do that in the anime. That's impossible.
Yeah, I thought because we're poor.
So
but
how do we solve this? How do we possibly solve this?
Dude, I have a dual disc
anime.
That is how we solve this.
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
I can't see it. The slide didn't change for me.
I'm
on the Y slide.
I can see it.
What is that top left video recommendation?
What if you've been watching, you naughty boy?
It's
I'm
just an
stuck.
auto recommendation.
Yeah, I'm stuck too. I can't see anything.
I just see Seto Kaiba on the screen.
Oh, there's the loading bar.
I love it here.
Okay, so
Just
What did I
can you see a white slide right now?
No.
No, it's
No.
gray.
No, I think
Have you tried getting good internet?
I think it decided to be poo poo.
I heard that if you close your window,
Again.
your internet will get better.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it works. Do what?
Get out of all of those porn tabs already. We don't need it. You don't need that.
Oh, there we got something.
Okay, is it on there now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No card.
So here's the way we're gonna solve it. After we screw the rules, we're going to say we don't need any sort of shuffling in the game. Just forget shuffling altogether. Make it so that you're just randomly picking cards from decks using dice. What does this do for us? It makes it stay the game determinate. You're not like judging a stack of cards and the order of those cards. And Because of that, we can track the game easily. And you know what? We can also stick NFC stickers into it too. And then we get a duel of this. Yeah.